Hi guys! Today we're starting Chapter 5. In Chapter 5, we're going to be doing quite a bit of graphing, and so it would be helpful to have graph paper for this chapter. If you don't have graph paper at home, but you have a printer, there is a link on my virtual classroom, it's on the bottom shelf of the bookshelf, to a website where you can print graph paper from the internet. Our first video today is just an introduction to the coordinate plane. We're going to learn a lot of vocabulary, so make sure to write the vocabulary down so that when I use it later during this chapter, you'll know what I'm talking about. Our first vocabulary word is the x-axis. The x-axis is the horizontal number line of a coordinate plane. Horizontal is going left and right. Our next vocab word is the y-axis. The y-axis is the vertical number line of a coordinate plane. Vertical means going up and down. The origin is where the two axes, for plural, axis for singular, intersect at the zeros. So we have our y-axis and our x-axis, and they intersect at the number 0 on both axes. Okay, so that where the two axes intersect is called the origin. And then the entire thing with the y and x axis, all of that put together is called the coordinate plane. So the coordinate plane is the entire graph picture. Make sure to pause the video if you're not done writing down. Here's a picture of a coordinate plane. On this coordinate plane, again, the horizontal line is the x-axis and the vertical line is the y-axis. Since this is a number line, we have our positives to the right and the negatives to the left, and 0 would be right in the center. Same thing for our y-axis, except for instead of right and left, we're going to go up and down. And so our positives are going up, our negatives are going down, and 0, again, would be right in the center where the two axes intersect. That is called the origin, and it has an ordered pair of 0, 0. We'll talk about ordered pairs on the next slide. Make sure to copy this in your notes. An ordered pair is a point or a dot that can be plotted on a coordinate plane. It is called an ordered pair because it's always in alphabetical order, that's the ordered part, and there are always two numbers, that's the pair part. Anytime that you want to tell me that you're writing a dot or a point on a coordinate plane, you need to write it as an ordered pair so that I know that we're graphing a point. The x-coordinate is the first number in the ordered pair, and the x-coordinate tells you how far to go on your x-axis, so it's telling you how far to go to the right or to the left. And then the y-coordinate would be the second number in the ordered pair, and it's telling you how far to go on the y-axis, and that would be up and down. Both of those numbers together tell you the directions to go to plot your point. Now, if I'd rather have you draw a line instead of just a point, then I would write a linear equation. A linear equation is an equation that creates a straight line when graphed on a coordinate plane. For right now, we're just going to be dealing with ordered pairs. We'll start working with linear equations on Thursday. Remember, if you're not done writing down, pause the video and finish writing before moving on. It's very important to distinguish that a point will be written as an ordered pair and a line will be written with an equal sign. If I give you something with an equal sign and you do not draw a line, then you did not do it correctly. And same thing with a point. If I give you an ordered pair and you draw more than one dot or draw a nice straight line, you did it incorrectly. Let's go back to our picture. If I give you the coordinates x and y, then I would expect you to draw a dot. The first number tells you how far to the right or left you should go, and the second number tells you how far up and down you should go. Since the right was positive and the left was negative, that's also the direction you would go for your ordered pair. Same thing with positive was up and negative was down. When you're graphing an ordered pair, you always start on the origin. you go right or left first, and then however far to the right you went, from there you would go up or down. Same thing if you went to the left, from there you would go up or down. Let's practice graphing. If you want to pause the video and check your answers after, you may. I am going to show you how to graph all of these. For each of these problems, we're going to start with our pencil on the origin. For the first problem, I have a positive 5, so I'm going to go to the right 5, and I have a positive 6, so I'm going to go up 6. And that puts me right here. Right 5, up 6. Don't say over 5. Tell me if you're going to the right or to the left when you go over. My next ordered pair has a negative 2 for the x, so I'm going to go left 2, and then a positive 3 for the y, so I'm going to go up 3. Left 2, up 3. For my next ordered pair, I have a negative 4, so that's left 4, and a negative 1, so that's down 1. Left 4, down 1. Moving on, I have a positive 3. Notice that I'm always putting my cursor back on the origin. Positive 3 means go to the right 3, and then negative 4 means go down 4. On my next ordered pair, the first number is a 0. That means that I will not be going to the right or to the left. I'm going to stay on the origin, and I'm only going to be moving up 3. So if the first number is 0, you're not going to go to the right or the left. You're only going to move up or down, and your dot should be on the y-axis. The opposite is true for the next one. The next one, I have a number in the x-coordinate. It's negative 4, so I will be going to the left 4. But I don't have a number for my y-coordinate. It's the number 0. So I will not be going up or down. So I'm only going to the left 4. And my final dot is on the x-axis. So if you have a 0 for your x, your dot should be on the y-axis. If you have a 0 for the y, your dot should be on the x-axis. Let's practice writing ordered pairs from dots, and that will be the end of our first video for today. So here are some dots. If you'd like to write the ordered pairs yourself, you may. I will be walking you through if you're having trouble. Starting with our dark blue dot right here, if I start at the origin, to get to that dot, I needed to go right 2 and up 3. So it's positive 2 and positive 3. Next, I have my purple dot. For my purple dot, if I start at the origin, I need to go to the left 5, so that's a negative 5, and then up 1, so that's positive 1. My next dot is the green dot. For my green dot, starting at the origin, I went to the left 1, that's negative 1, and down 2, that's negative 2. Next, my red dot, starting at the origin, I went to the right 1, so that's positive 1 for the first number, and down 1, so that's negative 1 for the second number. For my dark blue dot, or I guess my medium blue dot down here, I did not go to the right or the left, so I put a 0 for the first number. I only went down 5, so 0, comma, negative 5. And then finally, for my light blue dot over here, I went to the right 5, but I did not go up or down, so for my second number, I put a 0. This video was purely informative. These are all things that you need to know to be successful in this chapter. There's no homework attached to this video, but there will be homework attached to the second video. This concludes our first video.